Welcome to the August 5th, 2026 Special Board of Education meeting. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones and then join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Jen, do you mind taking roll for us, please?
Sure. President Roush.
Here.
Vice President McFarland.
Here.
Secretary Ringgold is here. Treasurer Lauterbach.
Here.
Member Blasey is absent. Member Craig is absent. Member Horowitz. Present. Quorum.
Thanks. At this time, agenda item number 2 is request to address the board. Suzanne Reel had signed up ahead of time. Welcome, Suzanne. You get to go first. Yes. Yeah.
I was still writing. So hi, I just wanted to take a moment for us to reflect on the progress that has been made over the last couple of years. I know it hasn't been easy, but it is noteworthy that we are coming together on a plan for this sinking fund, which has incorporated a significant amount of community input and effort on your parts to get there. So I appreciate your patience and persistence in helping us get to this point without, what do they say, kicking the can further down the road. It's noticeable to me, and I appreciate that while many people wanted to move more quickly at this time, you took the temperature of what's possible and doable as a whole, and yet still, I think, put us on a viable path to the future. I noticed in the election yesterday how diverse of a community we have across the full political spectrum, and I think this is actually an asset. It takes all points of views, ideas, and contributions to help us move the needle forward collectively. I am hopeful we can rise above our concerns of the past, any anxieties we have in the present, and continue having the important community engagement and conversations that will shape our future. Another thing I'm noticing is that our schools, where many, if not most of us, come together in real life, the IRL that people are talking about. And Gen Z, for example, the first generation, having been raised fully plugged in, is turning back to real life. They're craving real life experiences. The trend is to disconnect to connect. And our school buildings are the primary place for this connection in our community, not just for the thousands of kids and staff who attend daily, but for their families, friends, and the general public who enjoy so many of the events and the classes and the clubs and the teams and the sports and everything that goes on in our community because of the schools. They bring us together. They're the largest gathering spaces we have, and I hope we all see it in our best interest to put in the investment of our support, ideas, and input that they need now and ongoing. We are lucky to have them.
Thanks, Suzanne. Suzanne was the only person that signed up ahead of time. Anybody else want to address the board? Okay. Item 3, Board of Education Matters 3.1 for action is a sinking fund election authorization resolution. So Sarah's going to pop up the language that our attorneys helped us draft for review. That's okay.
It really is just this one slide. This is the ballot language prepared for us by our attorneys at Troon and is here tonight for your consideration. If I might just draw your attention to how this aligns with your points of consensus from the last meeting. You might remember thank you for turning on my microphone. One of the permissible uses is purchase of real estate, and you all indicated that we should omit that, so that is not included in this ballot language. We also chose, for the sake of clarity, to combine two of those permissible uses. It's the second to last bullet, the acquisition of parts, supplies, and equipment used for the maintenance of student transportation vehicles and eligible trucks and vans. We chose to bullet these items in hopes that it would provide greater clarity and access in reading this for voters. So you can see again, very aligned 1.5 mils, 10-year period from 2026 to 2035.
I think I might just take a quick minute to read through it for clarity
Great.
in our public, and then we'll look for an action. But so this would appear on the November ballot for our voters to consider. Midland Public Schools Sinking Fund Millage Proposal. Shall the limitation of the amount of taxes which may be assessed against all property in Midland Public Schools, Midland County, Michigan, be increased by, and the Board of Education be authorized to levy not to exceed 1.5 mils, which equates to $1.50 on each $1,000 of taxable value for a period of 10 years, 2026 to 2035, inclusive, to create a sinking fund for school security improvements, the repair or construction of school buildings, the acquisition of student transportation vehicles, the acquisition of upgrading of technology, the acquisition of eligible trucks and vans used to carry parts, equipment, and personnel for or in the maintenance of school buildings, the acquisition of parts, supplies, and equipment used for maintenance of such student transportation vehicles and such eligible trucks and vans, and all other purposes authorized by law. The estimate of the revenue the school district will collect if the millage is approved and levied in 2026 is approximately $4,570,265. Do I have a motion for item 3.1?
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Lauterbach, support by Horowitz. Any discussion or questions? I will say just, I think on behalf of the entire board, just our gratitude for our community participating in this conversation. I really think that slowing down, taking the time that we did, we've reached a really thoughtful resolution of maintaining our buildings for future generations to come. This doesn't solve all of our problems, but it sure gets us started on the right path to keep our students and teachers in a warm and safe environment where they can do their best teaching and learning. And I want to say especially thank you to the people that not only participated in polling and interviews and offered their thoughts through community conversations, but especially to the 31 individuals that dedicated time as part of a steering committee to come up with this path forward. So thank you. At this time, I'll ask Jen to take roll call vote on item 3.1, the resolution.
President Roush,
Yes.
Vice President McFarland,
Yes.
Secretary Ringgold is a yes, Treasurer Lauterbach,
Yes.
and Member Horowitz.
Yes.
Okay, unanimous approval. Thank you. We have one other item on our agenda for today, and that's Penny's mid-year review. But before we get there, item 4, typical study session discussion. Are there any points of clarification or questions any board members have? If not, I'll turn it over to Penny. Any announcements?
I echo your gratitude to the steering team and our community who has engaged in this process so far. I also want to just reaffirm our commitment as an admin team, and I think you all agree to this, our intent to be incredibly open with the four-year plan, building a dashboard and a presence on our website to hold ourselves accountable and to share with the public our journey as we progress, should this sinking fund be approved. So excited for us to move forward and feel a strong responsibility and commitment to ensuring our community has accurate, factual information about this proposal. So we will be engaging in those action steps next. I don't want to miss an opportunity with yesterday's election to just also thank our community for their vote to keep school resource officers in our schools across the county. They're important members of our team, not just from a school safety and security lens, but from building relationships with students. And we're just incredibly grateful that they'll remain part of our team. That's all I have.
Great. Thanks, Penny. Penny has requested closed session for review of her mid-year performance and goal review. So ask for a motion on 5.1, and then just to inform the public, we will come back out of closed session to approve or take votes on items 6.1 through 6.3, which are approval of the mid-year review, approval of the goals for 25-26, and approval of goals for 26-27. Somebody want to make motion on 5.1?
I move that we go into closed session to consider the superintendent's mid-year review and goal review as permitted under MCL 15.268, section 81A. Support.
Motion by Lauterbach, support by McFarland. This does require a roll call vote.
President Roush.
Yes.
Vice President McFarland.
Yes.
Secretary Ringgold is a yes. Treasurer Lauterbach.
Yes.
And Member Horowitz.
Yes.
We're in closed session.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome back from closed session. Item 6 for action are 3 separate actions around the superintendent's mid-year review and goal progress. Is there a motion for item 6.1, approval of the mid-year progress thus far?
So moved.
Support.
Motion by McFarland, support by Lauterbach. Just for the public, these documents will be posted on our website after this meeting if they're all approved. This document is around check-in on Penny's mid-year progress using the MASB rubric and checking in with her on her progress and no notable concerns of note. Any other questions or discussions around the mid-year review? All in favor of the on-track notice for the mid-year review, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item 6.2 are approval of the 25-26 school year goal reviews. These were broken into 3 sections. And maybe I'll wait for a motion and then just read through the sections. Is there a motion to approve 25-26 goals?
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Lauterbach, support by Ringgold, and again, these will be posted. Goal number 1 was around student achievement. Of note, around student achievement, the spring 26 Michigan Merit Exam results are not yet available. So as we did last year, we'll come back in the fall once those are approved to give Penny an evaluation rating on goal number 1. Goal number 2, again, was around strategic planning and facility planning. And there was $2,500 attached for incentive pay around 2 different portions of Section 2, which is Goal 2A is a district strategic plan completion, and Goal 2B, district facility plan completion. And then goal number 3 had 3 parts to it. 3A were around specific activities and getting out in the community. 3B around completion of communication strategy and media engagements. And then goal 3C is effective summative evaluation rating. Those were merit pay 1,000, 1,000, and 3,000 respectively for 3A, B, and C. So to be clear, 6.2 is for review and approval of effectiveness on those goals as stated. So 2A completed the district strategic plan for 2,500, completion of the district facility plan for 2,500. Goal 3A, completion of community activities, 3A for 1,000. 3B, the communication strategic plan and media outreach for 1,000, and goal 3C, effective summative rating, which was done in December of 25. Any discussion or questions on those? All in favor of approving item 6.2, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And then finally, item 6.3, approval of goals for the 26-27 school year. Is there a motion to approve the goals for 26-27?
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Ringgold, support by McFarland. Just real quickly, goal 1, again, around student achievement and growth. Student achievement and proficiency. Goal 2, around facility planning, broken up into 2A, B, C, and D. And then goal 3, around strategic plan, implementing new methods of connecting with our community, and then goal 3C around effective summative evaluation rating. Any discussion or questions on 6.3? All in favor of approving item 6.3 as written, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Again, those will be posted on our website. Item number 7, adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Lauterbach, support by Ringgold. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, adjourn.
See you, bye.
Adios.